Hi, guys. We're back on Kieran's coaching call. How's everybody doing? Hope you're having a good day and lots of excitement around ViSalus community. And here we go. We're going to get started on our great coaching call. So happy Monday, and hope you guys are having an awesome, fantastic day. And as you just heard, the call from RJ, we are the 90-day challenge. And if you really break this down into simple steps, this is how you build a business. So listen carefully, because I'm going to talk really, really carefully about how to do this quickly versus struggling and making it more difficult than it needs to be. All right, ready to go. So if you want to build this business quickly, get out a pen. I'm going to give you three things to do. And I can't teach you anything else other than what really works in this business. And what really works is just simplicity. So the first thing is, as RJ was talking about, you need to get to Rising Star Director as quickly as possible. And then those that come in behind you, the people you sponsor, they're going to be, you've got to take them to Rising Star Director as fast as possible. Now, here's how you do this. When most people join an opportunity, when they join network marketing, in most cases, and this is a truth with ViSalus, most people in ViSalus have never done network marketing before. So they need to have their hand held. They need to be coached. The purpose of getting you to Rising Star Director quickly is to show you that if we can get your investment back within 7 to 30 days, and I highly suggest when you sponsor people, you really encourage them to come in at the $9.99 level. That's the star package. That's for serious people who want to build a business, who want to change their health, who want to change their life. So the first thing to do is get them to Rising Star Director as quickly as possible. So when I came in, we had a whole bunch of people in my contact base. We contacted them, and we went Rising Star within 5 days. All you have to do is get on the phone with the person who sponsored you. That person who sponsored you should be making the calls for you. Now, don't do it this way. Barbara, you mute your line. Don't do it this way. Don't have them make the calls and listen to them. That's not going to work. You have to make the calls for them. And I suggest you make at least 10 to 20 calls. 20 is better. Because they're learning. They're learning from you. So basically, you get on the phone. They dial. They say, hey, John, it's Kim. I just joined the 9-day challenge. I got my partner on the phone, and he's going to tell you all about the 9-day challenge because I'm just getting started and da-da-da. And anyway, you follow the script. Just follow the script in GST training, and that's how it's done. Then that person takes over and introduces the person to the challenge. And all we do is then flip them into a recorded call. Then we ask them what did they like about it. Are you open to more information? And then, and guys, use those words. Those words were specifically chosen because they're specifically designed to elicit a certain response. There's a lot of psychology, and NLP that went into that script. So use that script. Don't deviate from it. It's done for a reason. So follow that script and then send them the links to the websites and then follow up as soon as you can and move them through. And like I just did this the other day. I just walked the guy through. The whole process took 24 hours because things came up and delays happened on his end. And that's what happens. People, they want the information. They look at it, but then things, well, I got to do this, I got to do that. Can we talk tomorrow? And then, boom, now the guy's signing up. So my goal is to get one new person into my business every single week. If I can do that over the course of a year, add another 52 people to my business, that's great. Now, that's my goal. I have to set the goal. Now, some weeks I might get 2 people. Yeah, I've got about, must have 5 or 6 people in the funnel right now, just waiting because it's summer and they're waiting until September, whatever their reasons are. But you know what? You have to meet them where they're at. So how do we do it? How do we get to ambassador? Well, you're going to come in, go director. Then you're going to help 3 other people get to director. Then you're going to help 3 more get to director, and 3 more get to director. And by then you should be hitting regional director. We have to do that 12 times. You got to help 12 people get to regional director. You're now ambassador, making a six-figure income. So what's the fastest way to do that? First of all, I want you to set a goal 6 to 12 months. Now, if you've been in the business for a while and you still haven't really done much with it, you can hit restart anytime. So set a goal for 6 to 12 months. Now, here's the thing with timelines, guys. Listen very carefully. I know somebody in my life who got very frustrated because a certain goal wasn't met at a certain period of time, and they quit. So if you're going to come into this and expect everything to be tickety-boo and everything's going to line up and just be perfect and you're going to hit your goals, I hope you hit your goals. But if you don't hit the goal, it doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean you have to change course. You set goals to set a framework. That's why we have the 90-day challenge. It's a framework to lose weight, change your income within a set period of time. If you don't hit the goal, so what? You know, shoot for the stars, land on the moon. If your goal was to lose 40 pounds and you only lost 20, you lost 20 pounds. If your goal was to increase your income by 5,000, but you only increased it by 2,000, you've increased your income by 2,000. Celebrate that. So this is the thing. When RJ was teaching Tony Robbins things, thoughts lead to feelings, lead to actions, lead to results. Your thoughts determine where you're going. Now, those thoughts create a feeling, an emotion. It's an emotional file. We all have files deep in our subconscious mind, and those thoughts connect with those emotions. Once those emotions are activated, whether they're activated for being sad, being happy, being excited, whatever it is, it's going to cause an action. You determine the action. So the thought now connects to the action. The emotion, the feeling, it just gets it going. It feeds the thought, but it's the action that actually creates the result. Without the action, you're going nowhere. Most people tiptoe through life hoping they're going to make it safely to death. And this is how people get stuck in life. If you came into this business because you believed you could make a lot of money, well, you are correct. Believe it. You will make a lot of money if you do what I just said. Go Rising Star Director within the first 7 to 30 days. Get your investment back. If you can do it if you can do it all within 7 days from Friday to Thursday and get into the bonus pool and make some extra money, even better. Then help those people go Rising Star Director as fast as possible. Get on the phone, have the challenge parties. Get on the phone, have the challenge parties. Just keep going. So how do we do this? How do we make this happen in 6 to 12 months? It's really simple. The most important word in business is this: focus. This requires focus. Now, let me expand on that. What does focus mean? Well, it's focused time. If you're going to take time in your day to put into ViSalus, block off 2 hours, 4 hours, whatever you can put into it, and focus. Do nothing else. Do not allow distractions to take you out. Do not start checking emails. Don't respond to texts. You're on the phone, dialing. If you can do 100 calls in a week, every week, direct calls to new prospects, three-way calls with your downline, support calls. If you can do 100 calls a week and stay focused and do it, you're going to see results. See, I've been coaching a few people on the side in this group, and you know, when they finally get it, and they finally realize that not everybody's going to be ready right now, but they do come in over time. Some people need to experience the challenge. They need to experience the weight loss. They need to experience it. And then they're excited and they want to do it. But all the while this is happening, that's part of the process, guys, is you've got to be completely focused for your 2 hours, your 4 hours a day, whatever time you're doing. This gentleman in Jacksonville, Florida, he's a fireman. He started this business with 2 hours a day, and that's how he built himself up to a 5-star ambassador. Everybody has to focus in that time period that you choose. Stay on the phone, don't get distracted, and just do. And yes, some days you'll get no results, Some days you'll get great results. Some days you're going to get a massive windfall. I don't know. But it just seems to happen. So you just keep going, keep going, keep going. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about is filling your funnel. I talked about this last week. Start filling your funnel with people who need to lose weight. They're everywhere. Talk to people. Build relationships. I'm working out with a guy right now who is, he's pumping weights like crazy, and he's like doing all the heavy lifting and stuff, but he's got to lose 40 pounds. He's got this huge gut. So I'm developing the relationship with him until it reaches the point where I can pop the question. So it'll probably take me a few weeks. Don't be impatient. This is what network marketers, master prospectors, build relationships, ask questions, listen, and they learn when to pop the question. You can't go out with somebody and ask them to marry you within the first week or 30 days. They'll run. And that's what happens in this business. People will run when you pop the question too early. So build the relationship. Nurture it. There's people coming into this business off of Facebook because they're seeing the constant activity. They're seeing the posts. They're seeing my Showdown Challenge videos. They're seeing everything. And we post pictures. Go find pictures. Part of your day in ViSalus is spending 15 minutes a day on Facebook posting pictures of other people that have lost weight on the challenge. Go find them. They're all over the internet. Just copy and paste. Download them and save them in your photos, and then upload them and just say, hey, congratulations, John, you did great. Don't share somebody else's because you're going to forward their contact information. But you can borrow photos from other people on the challenge. It's called marketing. And all you have to do is say, this is what this person had, this is what this person had. And, of course, if you've had your own results, post them. If you know people in your downline that have had results, congratulate them. Put the photos up and congratulate them. Now, here's another thing I want to talk about today. If this is your first time in multi-level marketing, don't be discouraged by the fact that you hear other people are going up fast. The reason other people may be going up fast is because they've had a lot of experience in this industry. They have contacts. They have networks. Personally, I have been in 2 other network marketing companies. However, I have not sponsored one person from my contacts in those days into this business. I chose to use a fresh group of contacts because I know what network marketers are like, and I don't really want a lot of them in my business because their motive is not my motive. I don't share the same motives. I want people who are committed to success. I want people that are committed to losing weight and really believing in this company. I started this because I wanted to coach and mentor people to success. So I need to work with people who are clean, pure, good folk, and that's who I'm working with. And guys, I'm telling you, it's a little slower, but it does work. All you have to do is establish yourself as the leader. Be the leader that you are and lead them. Now, the next thing we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks, we're coming to the end of August. It's August 20th, so we're now in the final 10 days of the run for the month. So this is the time when people start to run contests. So if you've recently joined the business, you're going to be contacted by somebody upline or somebody above them who's going to say, hey, are you willing to go director this month? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to offer you an incentive. So that will be happening this week. You'll be getting calls. And the idea is take the incentive and take the opportunity to fast start your business and grow it as quickly as possible. They're going to teach you exactly how to do it. So right now, for the rest of this month, we are building momentum to get into September. The activities must increase immensely. So there needs to be, here's what I suggest you do. If you really want to kick this into gear for September, if you can make, and I've done this on this coaching program, I've had people do 100 calls a day, make 100 calls a day, and watch what happens to their business. It doesn't matter where you get the numbers from. It doesn't matter where you get the leads from. All the calls, if you do 100 calls between now and the end of 100 calls a day between now and the end of August, you're going to have different results. it's impossible not to have different results because you're going to be building momentum. Now, 100 calls doesn't mean you have to make the contact. If you call and get a voicemail, if you call and get no answer, that doesn't matter. You've made the call. As long as their phone rang and you got something, a voicemail or a, hey, can you call back later, whatever, it's a call. But in that 100 calls, here's what's going to happen. This is consistent. You're going to get 30 to 40 people in the funnel. And then you'll probably get 10 to 15 to a challenge party if they're local, and then you have the party. Like, if you really want to do this, I just talked to Kiana the other day. Kiana's made a bold decision. And you know what? You got to credit people when they do this. She decided to step out of her job, go full-time into ViSalus. And she's got 6 months. She's got a 6-month financial buffer. So she's put herself in a position where it's do or die, fight or flight. And she's burning it up. But what she has to do now is basically make 100 calls a day, get to networking events, meet people, connect with people, find people that want to come with her. And she's doing that. She's already found a lady who's got on the challenge and is excited. And it's like building that momentum, building those relationships, and just 100 calls a day, and then watch what happens. Now, the other reason you want to make these calls is because we have our regional events coming up. So if you're attending the regional events, you want to get these dates on people's calendars. So go to regional.visalus.com, regional.visalus.com, and find the regional event that's closest to you and ask them to come. Say, I need you to come to this. Use those words. I need you to come to this event. And they will put it on their calendar and send them reminders. Just, I need you to check this out. This is what's happening when you see this. And most people do sign up at these regional events. Also, the National Success Training is November 2 to 4 in St. Louis. Everybody needs to be there. Everybody needs to be there. There's no excuse not to be there. So if you're going to really build this towards ambassador in the next 6 to 12 months, you have to create your business plan right now. Your business plan includes focused time, 2 to 4 hours every day. I do 4 if you can do 4. And it doesn't have to be 4 at once, guys. Break it up over the day. That's what I do. I don't do 4 consistent hours. I can't. I need to move my energy around. I need to do different things. So I do an hour here, an hour there, and it consists of direct calls. It consists of 3-way calls. It consists of closing challenge parties. But that's what it takes. And you do that every day for 6 months to a year. If you really want to make a lot of money, then you can do it in ViSalus. If you really want to make a lot of money, this is the business vehicle. You've heard me do my 5 factors. I picked this vehicle. I was very careful on the business I was looking for to align it with my coaching program because it had to work. And I was committed to helping people become financially free. And I picked the right company. And now that the company is announced that it's going to go public, it just confirms that, boy, we are in for the ride of a lifetime. So this is going to be an exciting year for ViSalus. We will be expanding into new markets. We are going overseas. We are going into Mexico. Everybody on this call that has contacts in the United States that are of Mexican origin, you've got to start running challenge parties and inviting these folks. And help them understand how powerful this is and how this can really help them, their family and friends back in Mexico. And listen, people are looking all over the world right now for something to hang on to, something else. What's the next big buzz? And ViSalus is becoming an enormous buzz. So you're fortunate to be a part of this. You may not realize it yet, but you're very fortunate to be part of something extraordinary. So continue building the momentum for September to December. September to December are some of the best months for network marketing. September to December are some of the best months for network marketing. This is when recruiting goes wild. So you have to leverage the events. You do your daily calls. You get everybody on this call to help keep them motivated. People need to hear things 3, 4, 5, 6 times sometimes before it actually lands. Then get them to the regional events, and that's mandatory. That is mandatory. Your team has to be there. And if they're not, get them on the phone with your upline. Get them on the phone with somebody upline to explain to them why they need to be there. Because the success of the business is based on that. So they need to be there, and they need to be in St. Louis. Okay, so that's pretty much what my message is for today. Pretty simple, but if you do this over and over again, you're not an experienced network marketer. You're not seasoned in going ambassador in 2 weeks and all that. Forget it. It's not going to happen. All right? That's for people who are seasoned. They have their equity is their contacts in network marketing. They move their groups into ViSalus. Happens a lot. People are moving into ViSalus because they can't ignore it anymore. And you're going to see a lot more of that happening right now, especially with the company making its major announcement that it made last week. So people are moving in, and they're coming in. If you know people in network marketing, don't go for the top leaders. They're not going to come. They're scrambling to save their checks and keep their organizations locked in. You want people who are more low-hanging fruit, people that they've been in the industry, they understand it, but they haven't found the right opportunity. Believe me, there's people out there slugging it. And this is why a lot of people have a negative feeling about MLM, because they've done the slug. And they made the calls, and nobody wanted to do it, and they gave up. And they say, network marketing doesn't work. But it does work. It does work when you've got the right vehicle, when you've got the right marketing plan, the 90-day challenge. And it does work because it's proven that it's worked. I mean, just our stellar growth in the last 3 years, $600,000 a month in sales to over $50 million a month in sales, is staggering. So it's very important to remember that we are part of something extraordinary. Now, so for those who have been in network marketing, that are in network marketing, they're slogging at other companies, get them to take a look at this. Get them to talk to people who are earning the income. Get them to just say, look, if you take your effort, all of that action you're doing every day, and you're not getting results in your current business, you've got it. It's like, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. You've got to take that effort and put it into something that really does work, and boom, watch what happens. And we've had so many people. There's a lady in Chicago who moved her entire organization into ViSalus. She went 5-star ambassador in 45 days because she had hundreds of people come with her. But basically, they did it because here's what she said: I can no longer lie to my people. You see, she was giving an impression that she was making a lot of money in her other company because she had to. But she got to the point where I can't do this anymore. And then she gets a hold of people like Nick and Jason, and they're like, well, we're making $200,000 or $300,000 a month. I mean, what's the problem? People are going to pay attention to it because, you know what, everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to be involved in something that really does produce. There's lots of BS on the Internet. I mean, everybody, we had a whole bunch of people go over to that Seek Rewards thing, and that thing just collapsed, got shut down by the government. Guys, be careful out there. Don't get seduced into other MLMs that are these, I'm making this every day and da-da-da. And, most of them, there's so many pyramid schemes out there. Be careful. ViSalus is a legitimate company. It's real. It's a publicly traded company, part of a publicly traded company, soon to be its own publicly traded company. So we have to abide by the laws. When you go public, you are accountable to your shareholders. You're accountable to the Securities Commission. You must abide by the law. So we are with a company that is professionally run, clean up and down, no BS. And guys, I feel very fortunate to be part of this, and I hope you do too. So we're going to have a stellar year, guys. I want you we're coming up to September. You've got 10 days to get some serious momentum going into September. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to just regroup. Take a deep breath and say, from September 1 to August 30th next year, I'm full on. I'm changing my mindset. I'm changing my attitude. I'm just going to do the work. And I'm going to recruit. 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 And you'll find many ways to recruit. Go to events where people attend to make money. They want to make money. They're there to learn how to make money. Show them this opportunity. We've got a vehicle that works. You don't have to spend $20,000 to try and figure out how to make more money, only to be sold another $20,000 and $30,000 programs. What you need to do is take a simple $1,000, invest it in the number one fastest growing MLM in the world, and watch what happens. Guys, I'm going to be launching my online web show very soon, and I'm going to be offering daily coaching. It's going to be a membership site. It's going to be $10 a month, $9.97 a month, easy. You won't even miss it on your credit card. But it's going to be daily coaching, daily. You see me live. For the most part, I'll do it as live as much as I can, but I will record shows. But basically, it's a live web show. I'm going to be teaching curriculum every day. I'm going to be talking about the psychology of money in the mind. I'm going to be talking about your life purpose. Every month is going to be a different course. This is all designed to support you in your ViSalus business. Personal growth and personal development is a critical part of business success. I was successful because I started studying personal development when I was 31 years old, when I basically bottomed out. And all through my life, I've continued to have successes and I've continued to have challenges. And these challenges do not get me down because I have this material. It's in me. It's cellular. And I can pull myself up. I'm strong inside, and I move on, and I get what I want eventually. I fight for it. I get what I want. When I use the word fight, it's the warrior. It's not about physical fighting. It's about inner power. So that inner power and belief is what creates success. So I'm going to be empowering people. I want people to see me. I think visually when they see me, they're going to get a different response. And I'm going to market this thing all over the world. It's going to be huge. And we're going to build memberships, and we're going to have people joining ViSalus because as I build that relationship on a global platform and as we enter new countries, well, guess what? I'm going to be saying, hey, we're coming to this country. If you're part of this web show, get a hold of me, opportunity, and may or may not be for you, but you got to at least look at it. So things like that are going to be happening, and guys, it's all for you. What I need you to do is recruit, build up, go fast. Guys, you got to take a look at Thomas Reckold. Thomas came into this business about a little over a year ago. He's had frustration. He's had times when he's like, screw it, I'm out, but he stuck with it. And he's now recruited over 40 people. He's got this thing down to a science. And that's all you got to do. Go find people like Thomas. Look at the characters of him. He's strong. He's got vision. He's got a big goal. He's stubborn. He won't take no for an answer, but he does it in a gentle way. And he does it in a way to influence people. And all you're doing is giving information, dripping on people, checking in with them every 30 days, and eventually they start to come in. So when you're in this business a year from now, and you've done all this, you're going to have recruited 40 people. It happens that way. It's just constant work every day. There's people in this business that are sitting on gold mines and aren't doing anything about it. There's people in this group that have built their business lopsided, and all they got to do is focus on the other two legs, and they'll be in a six-figure income. But it's going to take focus, guys. It's going to take the daily activity, the calls, the challenge parties. If you're not doing 2 challenge parties a week, you're not in business. You're not in business. So 2 challenge parties a week. We've got 2 in my place this week. Just do them and make it constant. There's also events happening around where Blake's going to be in San Francisco, Nick's going to be in LA, Jason's going to be in Western Canada. Guys, get to these events. Bring guests to the events. Bring prospects. Let them see what's happening.